What's up, you guys? This is Tasha from Brookshire Desire Podcasting on it. What's going on? Listen, I told y'all I won't gonna stop. I ain't gonna stop. I'm gonna keep going. Ain't gonna stop. Consistency is what's gonna get it. Do you hear me? Now, I got another one of my coworkers that is an entrepreneur too, as well. So, like I said, it ain't just working a 9 to 5. You still gotta keep right on pushing on to your dreams. But Mr. Ronald, I'm not gonna do too much talking. You gotta introduce yourself and tell them the name of your company, and then we'll dig right into the quality time. What's up, Ron?
What's going on, Natasha? What's going on, Natasha? Hey, everybody. My name is Ronald Dawes, co-owner of P&R Renovations here in Chicago in the South Suburban area. How y'all doing today?
That's what's up. What's up? So, another entrepreneur on the rise, you guys. And I'm gonna keep them coming. So you know what's gonna happen. Gonna dig all up into it. Get that little quality so that way you guys will know what to do. See, one thing about us, I'm gonna say this again, we hate to share information, but when you're trying to come up, one thing about us black people, we hate to give out information, but we got people willing to teach, learn. Like Brian came through this week, said he don't mind mentoring. You just seen that Dylan just said he don't have no problems sharing. So this is what we want. Sharing is caring, and it ain't nothing but love out here. And thank you for coming on, Ronald. I really
No
appreciate
problem.
it. So now let's get straight to it. So first of all, do you ever watch the HGTV?
That's one of my flipping Vegas, flip or flop, zombie house. I watch HGTV all day, every day. I love it. That's the reason why I got into what I'm doing now. Besides, my uncles had renovation companies when I was a kid. So when I was 13, 14, I was a laborer on the weekends. I was cleaning up and watching him, and I started seeing them pockets, and I really enjoyed doing it. So that's how I got into doing what I'm doing.
Okay, okay. Now, first of all, how did you get your name? How did you come up with the name?
So my partner's name is Phil.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Ron. So
Mm-hmm.
P&R Renovations.
Got it, got it.
Sound better than R&P, so we did P&R.
Uh, uh.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
let me ask you a question. Do you remember your first project and how did it go?
So our first project was he purchased the home without me, which was not a problem because I was away. I was on a little tour,
Okay,
and
okay.
so he purchased a home. We paid 50,000 for it.
All
It was
right,
a
all right.
great deal. It
Mhm.
was right around COVID time, so we got it for the cheap. But I really wanted to talk about that too because the mistakes that we made was we were trying to do business with our heart instead of our mind, right?
Right. That's
And
what happens.
business is business. So us being African American men, we wanted to hire some African American. You know what I mean? Tried to keep it in the.
Oh, but actually, did you pick up people from Home Depot?
You know what? Have I done that? Yes, I have for labor, and they've been some of the best workers I've ever had. I'm not gonna lie to you. But when I came when I came around, he kept saying, "Oh, well, by the time you get back, it'll be done. The property will be done." I said, "Okay, cool." So when I came around, the property wasn't done, and they weren't. They were cutting corners. They
Uh-huh.
weren't doing the job right. And he was like, "Oh, but I know him, and he's a friend of this person." So I said, "Okay, we'll give him a chance." And then one day I came and I said, "We firing everybody," and
Right.
we fired the whole crew. And when we fired the whole crew, when I came, I said, "This is a low bearing ceiling. We need to have a steel rod here." They said, "No, we don't." I said, "Yes, we do." And when I fired them, which was we paid 50,000 for it. We gave them about 80. Fired them, lost the 80, hired a whole new crew, and they had to redo the whole house almost. Came out of another 84,000.
You know what I'm saying?
So
That them
yeah, that was a big learning experience for
yes.
us. You
Let
know
me
what I
tell you
mean?
something. Them first 2 years is the hardest, especially when you first started. That's what happened with me when I started the finance company. Like I was doing the commercial, I was doing the lending for people that flip flop and do all that. But when you got, like you said, use a business mind instead of love. When you partner with somebody that you love or somebody that you know, and you look over their mistakes and you fixing it, like, oh my God.
I will never do that
Again.
again. But
Yes.
I didn't have this.
Mhm.
I didn't have too many people that was mentoring me, telling me, even like I told you, I worked for my uncles when I was a kid.
Mhm.
They didn't really show me the game. Because, a lot of people, they see the potential in you
Mhm.
and they're so afraid that they teach you something, you will surpass where they're at.
Right. And that's crazy because if one hand washes the other. That's I'm not look, I say this all the time. I'm not racist for a long shot, and that's the
At all.
truth. I love everybody. But let me tell you, the realest ones are the Hispanics. Let me
Yeah,
tell you,
and that's the
they
crews that I
they
have.
will they will get one house, 10 people can be in that mug. You know what I'm saying? And pay for that house and get another house. Do you see the foundation that
Yeah,
they put in?
yeah.
Bitch, what is that? Like,
Hey,
come on, y'all, why y'all not? Why? Look, and they believe in family. And that's why I always use them for example because they are the realest. They stick by side each other. They make sure that things get done. But we like crabs in a bucket. Like, why? This is the reason why I do this podcast. The reason why I do this podcast is because one, I'm not like that. If I know it, if I know how to get that money, if I know somebody that can help you or anything, I'm gonna tell you what do it do for me to keep it to myself?
people, like I said, people are jealous. They're people are actually afraid
What?
of what I tell people that my biggest fear in life is failure, right?
Right,
To try something and it don't work. You know what I
right,
mean? But people are afraid that if they tell you something that I don't know, like I said, is going to surpass everything that they've had. Their goals, they haven't met their goals, and then you come along and you take off, and they looking like I should have never taught them. I should have never taught her that. But my thing is this: if I know something and I tell you, and you take off, and I haven't took off yet, guess what? Now I can look at you and say, Natasha, I need your help. And you say,
right,
you know what, Ron? I wouldn't have this if it wasn't for your mentorship or what you did for me. So yeah, I'm gonna help you. Let's do it together now.
right.
So I want you to do well because if I got a bunch of millionaires around me and I mess up somehow, I can't really fall off because I could reach out to one of my millionaire friends and put me back on.
That
People
part,
don't understand that. I don't understand why they don't understand that.
I don't.
But hey, that's why I surround myself with my circle of people, you know?
That's the reason why I do this for real, low. I mean, honestly, because I wanted to put the word out there. I'm trying to get 1,000 followers before the summer because I need people to go back and look like Dad. You know what I'm saying? That's all she had to do. Where she talked to him and he made these mistakes, and maybe I need to talk to him. Networking. It's all about
But
networking.
you know what? If we want to get into what I do, one of the biggest mistakes that I was making, right? For one, there's different things about flipping property and doing renovations or being a home renter, starting rental properties is in the beginning, don't quit your job.
Right.
Okay. The reason why I say that is we pay a house, we buy foreclosed homes, tax lien homes. Those are cash homes, right? So just say hypothetically you pay 50,000 for a home. You
Mhm.
got to put 60,000 into it. That's
Mhm.
110,000 out of your pocket.
Right.
One of our mistakes was we used all of our money. We
Mhm.
didn't get loans. We didn't get any loans.
Crazy I did too. Yo, you see
We
talking
didn't get any loans.
to the
So this
crowd.
is money that I've had saved. This money I had saved. Now, every dollar that you put out is gone. There's no when you don't have a job and you spend $1,000 here, 1,500 here, two
Yeah, you
thousand
see
here,
the map.
and it's gone. There's no money coming back in. So now you're just spending it, and now you sitting there hoping and praying I can hurry up and sell this house
That part.
so I can get all my money back. But if you have a job,
Hmm.
you can because life, you still got life. I don't know about you, but I have a family, I have bills. So when I'm paying for renovation, I still got rent every month. I still have my kids. I still got a car note. I still got
Preach.
insurance. I
Come
still
on.
have to live. So it's You got to have a job to say, you know, I got this for renovation and I
Mhm.
got my job to continue to pay my bills so I'm okay. And by the time you sell it, you're going to make your money. But I talked to a man on the phone the other day while we was at work. He had like 30 some properties. He said, you're doing the right thing. Keep your job until you get to where you're going and you don't have to work. But right now, I had to understand I need to work. I got to have a steady income coming in, no matter what it is while I'm fixing up property, whatever, I got a steady income where I can still pay my bills. It's not gonna stop me, you know?
Ironic you say that because remember I said I'm glad that you came on because I've been busy, busy, busy. My mentor right now, Mr. Walker, because I'm getting back into insurance, life, health, and I'm going to start back that finance company
Hmm.
event. Now, he just said, Natasha, stay at your 9 to 5 and just till you start getting this stuff back because I'm working on getting my license back. I love, love, love educating people about the insurance thing or whatever. But he said the same thing keep your job and do this, do both. And then once the revenue start coming up, you're going to know what to do from there. But back to quality time. See, now, Ryan, you talking some real. I can't.
Right.
But
I
anyway.
understand.
So, anyway, I got a few more questions for you. What was the wildest request a client ever gave to you?
Well, the beautiful thing about what I do, I don't deal with clients.
Hmm.
When I we come in, we have a vision of what we want this house to look like. We put it together on what we want, and people come in and they bid, and we have a realtor who sells it for us. We
Uh-huh.
play the back end. We do the work, hire our contractors, and they deal with our my realtor deals with the customer. So I haven't had any problems on that end as far as dealing with customers at all.
So, what is the weirdest thing you found behind a wall or under a floor while you doing some renovations?
Oh man, you know the house that we just finished. I sold a house 3 months ago, and we went into the house. You know, out here in these Illinois and Chicago, they got squatter laws,
Uh-huh.
so it's hard to get people out these houses. And a man that we bought this house and we started renovating, he said, "I live here. No, this I own this house. Me and my partner like, well, we own this house." He said, "I'm not going nowhere." So, you know, we going to the police and trying to figure it out. The police like, you know, well, you gotta go through court. It's gonna be a while. It's hard. The police told us if you could find a way to get them out without doing anything criminal, do it. So I said, okay. So we've got a whole crew of workers and about 15 of my buddies. We said, look, man, I don't care what you say, but you're going to get up out of here. The house was filled with dog feces. Every
Oh,
single room. You had to walk through the house. Besides one room, the room that he slept in. I don't know how he lived in there because it stank so bad, but it
right.
was just, the whole house was covered in it. And we came
Oh,
in, he came in, he got up one day, we came in the house, it was 25 of us. Said, now look, man, do you want to leave this house, man? My buddy says he's gonna have to leave this house, man, or we're gonna start renovating while you here. And you go in to leave. Say, you know what, I'm just gonna leave. My buddy ended up giving him like $200, say, here, man, go get a room or whatever, but you gotta get up out of here. And he left. That was really the only weirdest thing that we had, because he wouldn't leave. He wouldn't leave.
oh. I got one more question. Have you ever walked into a job site or purchased a property and said, nope, I don't want it?
What? I walked into a house we was about to buy. Because a lot of the homes that we buy, they're boarded up.
Yeah.
So you bid on them, right?
Mhm.
If they're foreclosed homes or tax lien homes, you go down to the city, you pay the back taxes
See
on
how you
there,
telling y'all? See how you telling y'all?
you pay the back taxes on the house. Now, when you do that, the owner has 6 months
Mm-hmm.
to pay that taxes back to you. So you can't do nothing for about 6 months to a year. In the south suburb Chicago Heights, it's a year. You get 12 months. They get 12 months. So if you buy a house today, you can't get in it for 12 months, which is
Wow.
crazy. You can't do nothing. So your money just sitting there for 12 months. So
Wow.
we was about to buy a house, and my buddy said, I said, man, this house, it's a deal. It was like 4 bedroom, 2.5 baths. It was huge. And they only wanted 16,000 for it. So I said, man, I want this house. He said, I said, we could sell this house for about 250,000. He said,
Right.
man, look, well, let's break in the back door and go in so we can see what it looked like. When we went in the house, I almost fell through the floor. My foot got caught in the floor. I said, "Hey, help me!" He had to pull me out the floor. And still, I said, "Nah, man, I can't come in here, man. I can't do it. I got to get up out this house." He said, "Yeah, it was kind of leaning a little bit, so it had structural damage." I said, "Nah, I got to go. I can't do this." It felt like the whole house was gonna fall over.
Oh,
If we would
good.
have bought that house, we would have probably had to tear it all the way down, not just to the studs. We would have had to probably take the whole house, bulldoze it, and start all over. So it wasn't worth it. But yeah, I've had some things like that happen.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow. So I need you to let everybody know how to get in contact with you, to follow you. I want to promote your business. And on top of all that, make sure you leave like, subscribe, and share. Make sure you share. But Ron, with that being said, did you when you started this, what made you want to do this besides, your uncles and them dragging it out after your uncles, had you working on the weekends? Did you like, you know what, this is it?
What I liked about property was real estate is a way that you can really get that bag. You
Mm-hmm.
can really get that bag. Like people who do real estate, they really become millionaires. You know what I mean? But what I liked was I was a licensed barber too. I used to cut hair.
Mm-hmm.
Now, property is almost like a haircut, right? You
Yeah.
see it, it's ugly. And then you start getting to it, and you like, ooh, I tore this down. I'm about to make this nice. And
Right.
next thing you know, you get done and you look, you be like, I did that. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, there's places on the west side of Chicago, funeral homes that I did, and I drive by and I say, man, me and my family did that. Or me and my family did that. Or that funeral home right here, we did that. And you look at your work years and years later, you drive by and say, I did that. And
Mm-hmm.
that's something that you could kind of be proud of as well.
Your
You
work.
know, when you're doing something, you want to do something that you like doing.
So it's
Don't worry about the bag gonna come if you're good at it, right? But do something that you like doing. You get there every day and you say, man, you know what? I don't wake up and say, oh my God, I gotta
so you
go.
got a passion for it.
You gotta pay. I got a passion for it. I like it. I like it. So, and one thing, you always need a place to live, right?
Right, that part.
So I'm always gonna get some money. You know what I mean? Long as I got a place, long as
You
I got me a
hustler.
couple houses, I'm good. You know what I'm
You
saying?
hustler, you hear
I'm
me?
gonna hustle. So that's what it is.
So you up for a mentorship or either teach someone if they have any questions? How can they
Yeah.
follow you?
I
Like
definitely, I
start an
definitely would
ebook?
have some time. Probably, honestly, more towards fall of this year, because I am expecting, and I do have a lot going on the next.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so the next few months, maybe doing July, so I'll be a little busy until probably about September. But
Mhm.
yeah, after that, and I'm actually about me and my wife, we're about to go buy an Airbnb in a couple months in Houston. So be looking out for that. We're about to go try to do a
Yo,
bigger Airbnb, try to do about 5 of them by next year.
that's what's
So
up.
we trying to make it happen on this real estate thing, trying to make money while we sleep. So yeah, I mean, I'm definitely down. You just hit me up, inbox me on Instagram, Ron_Doss 2374, Mr. LLC. You'll see it on there, and just
I'm gonna have it down, you guys. If you need any information, Brian, you ain't never thought about doing an ebook.
an ebook.
No.
I'm a published author already. I write
Look
novels.
at this man with so many, so many
I'm a
hats.
published author. Go check my book out, Buried Alive by R.T. Doss. I'm on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles. Check me out, Buried Alive by R.T.
You
Doss.
give me that information, so I'm gonna let them know. I'm gonna put
I
the
got you. I
yeah.
got you. I got you. We gonna make it happen.
So you guys, like I said, we can work out. We can work, like he said, make it up. That's a great point, Brian. We don't have to start working out 9 to 5 because of the entrepreneur. But then if you are doing real good at your entrepreneur job, hey, you do what you got to
I
do.
mean, you know what? I'm not. I plan on not working my 9 to 5 forever. But until I get to where I'm trying to go,
Right, that part.
you have to. Don't quit your job like I got a business. I'm about to just focus on my business.
We've
Guess
been there,
what?
done that.
Until that business start making you that revenue that you need to live off of, you
Mm-hmm.
should work a 9 to 5. That's what I was taught, and that's the people who are successful doing what I'm doing. They all told me this, and I'm gonna listen. So
Yeah. They say, hey, we learn from experience.
learn from experience.
But
I've made a lot of mistakes, but I'm getting it together now. So
that's
yeah,
that's all
yep.
right. The thing is, you didn't give up.
I'm not whatever. It's not in my vocabulary.
But you know what, you guys, I really appreciate y'all tuning in. We got more to come. Like I said, like, subscribe, and share. You will get his information. You can find his information below. Hit him up on you on YouTube,
No, I'm not on YouTube.
Instagram, Facebook,
Yes. Instagram,
Twitter.
Ron underscore Doss 2374. Facebook is Ronald Doss. You'll see me on there. You'll definitely see my face. You know exactly who I am, Mr. LLC. I'm on there. So just hit me up, slide in the inbox, y'all. Let me know, and I'm here for you.
That's what's up. All right, you guys. Like I said, once again, like, subscribe, and share. I need to see your comments. Do not forget to comment if you have anything to say. With that being said, we love you guys. Thank you for dropping by, and until next time.